Hello, awesome artists. This week you will be creating a still life that uses three objects. How many objects? Three. So you need to pick three objects to set up in front of you in a grouping. Now, a grouping is not here's one, here's one, here's one. No, they actually touch. They're interacting with each other. So you've got to set that up in front of you in order to draw it. You want to pick things that are relatively the same size. They might be a little bit different, but you don't want to get something like a sofa and then a little mini Matchbox car. That would not work. You need to get things that are relatively the same size that you can arrange in front of you. What I have been using are my little potato tot, the Wolfie, my bottle of glue, because I like the cylinder shape, and my squishy. All right. Now, if I put them like this would not be a grouping. This would be individual item, individual item, individual item. You want to actually arrange them so that they are touching and together. Now, if something is challenging to draw, like say I really was having trouble drawing the feet of my Wolfie, so maybe I would put him back here because I would not be able to see his feet when I'm looking at this. The alligator would be in front of his feet, so I could not see his feet. That makes sense? If you don't see it, you don't draw it. You only draw what you can see. But his feet aren't too hard, so I'm going to draw them. So I'm going to set this off to the side right here. Remember, you do not trace the objects because it won't look right if you do trace them. You need to draw them. So you arrange it the way that you want to draw it. And then more than likely, it's going to be horizontal unless every object that you select is tall. If every object you select is tall, your paper will go, oops, sorry, Wolfie. He does not want to stand up. Your paper will be vertical if every object is tall. But if you have some shorter objects in your picture, you'll want to have your paper going horizontal, side to side. All right? Now, we want to be careful not to have our picture end up being too low, too far over to the side, or too high. So what you want to do is kind of look at what you have set up for your still life, and you're going to kind of map out generally where you think things are going to be based on how you have them arranged. So this is going to be the farthest over to the side, and that's going to be his finger pointing, Wolfie's finger pointing. This is going to be alligator's face down here. This is going to be the glue bottle at the top, and then the side of the glue bottle will come over to here. So I know that my paper is going to go from here to here to here to here. That is a good middle chunk of my paper. Now these are just general indicators to let you know where things are going to be. It's not hard and fast. As you're drawing, you might want to change them up a little bit. But what you do want to do is have your picture take up this middle portion of your paper. You do not want everything at the bottom or everything at the top or everything on the sides. You want to fill up the middle. All right, whatever size paper you're using, you want to fill it up. So you'll start drawing, and you want to draw, it's really up to you where you want to start drawing. You may want to draw the thing closest to you. I kind of think sometimes it's easier to start with the thing that's in the back. So I'm going to start with the glue bottle. And what I'm doing is I am sketching. I am not pushing hard with my pencil. I'm keeping things very light so that if I make mistakes, and I will, I can easily erase them. If you are pushing super duper hard with your pencil, it makes it very hard to erase. And even if you are able to erase, it will make it challenging to color. Because what happens is you're pressing into the surface of the paper. And even if you erase the line, you will still see the line when you go to color it. Maybe you've noticed that before when you've drawn something and then you go to color your paper and then you see a line, but you erase that line. That is it right there because you've pressed too hard into the surface of the paper. So if you keep it light and don't push hard and you're sketching, it is very easy to erase like that. All right. Now, when I'm drawing, I'm not going to draw the things I really can't see. The alligator is covering up part of this glue bottle. So I'm not going to draw it if I don't see it. And I'll put in the alligator, and then if I need to extend my lines a little bit more, I will. But you've got to take this part by part by part. You can't just start and be like, this is how it's going to be. You kind of got to create one object and then start creating the next object. The way that this object is, may change this object. So you got to go back, either erase, make long lines a little bit longer, and it's just a constant going back and forth and back and forth. The great thing about a still life is it's right there in front of you. You don't have to guess. It's there. It's not changing. It's not moving. Little potato Wolfie is not running around going, I'm going to move. Not at all. So you'll keep drawing until you get it done. Yes, these lines got a little bit darker, but this was after I had sketched it and then I was trying to go back over the lines to make them a little bit more solid. So that's why those lines are darker, because I've already decided that's where I want my lines to be. Now, you're going to have a line go across the back of your paper. This is going to be your table line. So this will be the table, this will be the wall. Even if it doesn't look like that where you're at right now, you want to go ahead and do that just so that your objects look like they are sitting on a table. Now, if you don't have a ruler handy, just take another piece of paper, lay it down, and use that to make your straight edge. Okay? When you go to color this, you want to color it like it looks. All right? So what it looks like in real life. Now, the colors of your objects, you don't want to put those on the table. So I didn't use the color purple is not here in these objects. So I can use the color purple for my table. Now, I do have a little bit of black, and that's in his eyes and the alligator's eyes and nose. So what I can do is color this background black here, because it's not going to compete with this. If I were to color, say, my potato is brown, if I colored my table brown and my potato is brown, he's going to disappear. We don't want that after we worked hard on the drawing. So use a color that is not in your objects for the table, and then pick another color that's not going to compete for the background. Now, you might notice that on my glue bottle, I did not write the words. There's a lot of words on there, and I could write some of them, but it's not necessary. So I blocked out the colors that are in the bottle, and that's good enough. You don't need to worry about writing every little word that's in there, okay? So you want to color the whole page, unless something is white, like my glue, or the white of his hands, or the white of the eyes. That'll stay white. But everything else is going to be colored, the whole picture. And this is what you'll submit on Schoology. Now, not this, your still life that you are drawing, not mine. So go ahead and draw, color, and when you've finished, upload. If you're still having trouble uploading your work, check the white folder that says how to submit assignments, okay? All right, friends, can't wait to see your pictures. Bye.